Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Stupid.
There we go, there we go. No dog video today. God, why do people complain? It's just, if you don't like my show, don't watch the damn thing, okay? Man, I don't know what else to tell you. This is interesting to me, just like the Idaho 4 case. I like looking at it, okay? I mean, my God. You know, nobody cared when I went over the Idaho 4 case for weeks and weeks and weeks, you know, because it was interesting. This is the same for me. There's always something new coming out in this case. But, you know, I am going to be talking about something else at the beginning here, really quick. Yeah, so hold on. So remember we covered Deian Warner a long time ago? Well, check it out. It says, body believed to belong to missing Michigan woman found. Oh, awesome. So remember Greg Hardy. That's pretty cool, you know. He'd been on my show a few times. A body believed to be that of Deian Warner, or it just says D. Warner, who has been missing since April 2021, has been found. A family spokesperson has confirmed to WTOL 11. Man, he's toast now. I mean, he's going to get, you know, life in prison. Michigan State Police state and autopsy is needed for official confirmation. Remains were found during a search of a property belonging to Dale Warner, the husband. Remember, Dee's husband, who is charged in her death. An autopsy. So this was that crazy case where, you know, Deian Warner owned this like trucking company property, and then one night she had a babysitter pick up the daughter because she was going to be arguing with her husband about something, and then somebody came over and he didn't defend her or something in an argument, and they started arguing again, and she likely asked for a divorce, and then she just disappeared off the face of the earth, you know, for no reason, with a child and everything. And so that's just, now everybody knew he did it. And Greg Hardy, you know, he basically investigated it all by himself. And he finally, you know, the higher levels got involved. And now there's, you know, her body was actually found. How crazy is that, huh? It's wild. The remains are currently in the process of being recovered, and there will be a great deal of work and testing completed before positive identification. A family spokesperson said the family was notified late Saturday night that a body was found in an anhydrous tank. So it was actually in this tank here. Jesus, that's crazy. Family members also said that it appears that whoever put the body in the tank re-welded it shut and painted over it. Oh, jeez. A family spokesperson says the discovery of the body happened as part of officials' continued investigation of Dee's disappearance. The family stated that the body was found in a secluded area on their Paragon Road property. Here, let's see. Let me just see something here. Don't worry, we'll get to the other one in a minute. I just want to... Is this okay? up here, Tracy Nixon. Is this cool for you? I mean, I am going over something else. There she is right there. Let's just go over it in that area really quick and check it out. See, we covered this the same, really detailed, all the different where the cameras were located and so forth on the property. So what did this say? Paragon Road. Let's see if we have anything on there. Paragon Road. Okay. Oh, is that this property right here? Oh, well, look at this. Greg Hardy's... Well, that's wild. So that's Greg Hardy lives on... Well, this is Paragon Road right here. Is that what it says? Hold on. He and his family... God, wouldn't that be crazy if he actually buried her on Greg Hardy's property? Oh, my God. I mean, that's absolutely insane right there, you guys. Right, because this is Paragon. Which way is Paragon Road, though? Hold on. I can tell you if that's not right. Hold on. Okay, no, it can't be, because Paragon Road goes just like that. So I don't know if I have... I was thinking, man, it goes up like... If it went right up that way, it went right to his property. But Paragon Road is perpendicular to that road. So somewhere, maybe down in this area, I don't have that property, but maybe I'll look that up for another show coming up. Pretty crazy, right? Wow. It's insane. This is one we covered for a while. Yeah, we had the family members call in and so forth. Dale Warner was charged with murder. Indeed, Warner's disappearance and is scheduled to appear in a pre-trial hearing on Wednesday, September 4th. Dale, who Michigan State Police have previously said is the only person of interest in Dee's death, pleaded not guilty. Well, it's not going to look good now. I can tell you that. Not going to look good now. All right, well, good news. Maybe I'll give Greg a call tomorrow. See what's going on. You guys, anybody here? Yeah, it's weird. When you do live streams, hardly anybody ever shows up. It's bizarre. I think it's already got my notifications out, perhaps. And that's the problem. See, like, people wanted to show up for that, but to appease somebody who was complaining, I went over that first, and then people go, oh, it's not about the shoe. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going. I gotta go, yeah. All right. So, by the way, I think I even dialed the timing even more of the shooting, because you remember this video of the officer who's walking around? I just realized, wouldn't he be visible in this footage right here? Because he's in the background and he's walking by and he kind of goes almost in front of the building and then he turns around really quick and starts running, right? Well, he is in there. Isn't that amazing? There, watch.
Over, and look what happened.
See, this is going to be kind of wiggling around, but I stabilize it.
To our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart.
All right, so I'm going to put it right here.
Chart's a couple of months old, and if you...
There's a person right here running either next to the fence or right on the edge of it. I think he's inside, but the officer is looking to the right, so you can't see him over here, right? So watch, you'll see him in a second.
You want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
See right there? That's the officer in black right there. This guy. I mean, look at this. That's the officer right there in black. So this verifies my changing of time is accurate. And the body camera was 12 seconds off on that guy's camera. Hey, welcome, Alley Cat. And by the way, everybody, if you want to help support this channel, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. So just kind of watch like this one. See how he turns around? What has he got in his hand there? Is that a shotgun? Because he didn't grab his like assault weapon until after this. It's interesting. But see him, he's right there. And he's turning around. He's already turned, so let's see. So just kind of picture this guy. He's walking forward just like that video. Watch. Then he's like, oh, and then he runs. Then he's turning, and there he is right there. And he runs to the right. So that verifies that I have it correctly timed up. You guys see that? It's crazy, man. It's so weird to be able to see all this. And there he is. I mean, just even right there when I pause it, that's him right there. That's Crooks. Thank you, Kathy Freidenmaker. So there's Crooks right up at the top there.
Take a look.
And look, this officer is just walking, and this he has the correct time. The shot's about to happen. This is 6:11 and 31 seconds. It happens at like 32 and a half. And here comes that's the officer right there. His right leg is back, it looks like. And then he takes a step forward, and then watch the timing over here on the right of this guy compared to when this video starts turning. So right now it's like stop and then turn, and look at him. Turns, and then that guy takes off and runs to the right. You can see him over to the right there. So there you go. That's you know, a good way. That one absolutely nails it. And let's go back and figure out like how much. I don't know if, I guess I'd almost have to go back. I can't really do it on here because I can't zoom in. Well, there it is. So let's see what time, how many seconds off it is. It's 11. Now almost 12. So if we zoom in all the way to the bottom there, right there. So it is about 12 seconds. 12. Yeah. Yeah, almost exactly 12 seconds full, because 13 is the next frame. Well, I'll tell you what was weird is before I figured out that there was the time was off, was that lady seemed like she was completely oblivious. Like she was just all these shots flying over her head, and she's just kind of, you know, not really interested. The hell is a gigawatt? Thank you, Jim.
1.21 gigawatts. What the hell is a gigawatt?
Well, there you go. And then one of the people in the comments said, "Hey, your water bottle's in the way of your video." And I'm like, "That's in the video, man. I'm not in the video. What do you mean? Your water bottle is in the video and it's in the way." Jesus, does that make any sense to anybody? And now everything, it's still perfectly lined up. So you can just watch it right here.
Look what happened.
Right there. That's going to be in the way right there. Oh, wow. So why did he go back to his... Well, that's the other officer. So what the hell was this guy holding? Because it looked like he had some sort of like a shotgun or something in the shadow. So this is exactly timed up right here. As a matter of fact, remember how when he opens the door, you can hear the ch. Let's see if that works out good. Ha! Yeah, boom. So even that's right on time. That's perfect. So we got this nailed now.
Look what happened.
Boom, right there. And then I stabilize this portion here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And look, what's crazy is there he is right there. That's Thomas Crooks on the roof. And I try to, I think now it works pretty good. So you see him, his head's up a bit. And there's his head right there again. And there it is right there, kind of ducked down a little bit more. But look, he sticks it up again. See that right there? And then, goodbye. I actually think that's the shot right there. So he didn't have it when they finally, the Hercules guys got him. That's the look they had, a really small profile of the head, and then boom, and then his head goes down. Watch. So it might be, you know, slight, like a quarter second off on that. Because it seemed like the officer, when he hears the shot, doesn't grab the door. So I wonder if we could time it up. Well, this video's separate. Well, I guess it would matter. Let's turn this back on really fast and assume that this guy is right on the money. See, that's when that shot happened. So let's see if this makes sense if I... It's almost happening. Now, let's see. Why doesn't it let me move it? It's crazy. It's like it's stuck. Yeah, it's crazy. What the hell's going on? There we go. Yeah, see, I think that's how it went. Now let's go back and check to see how that affects the rest of it. Hey, thanks, Doug M. Good eye. I totally missed the shot when I watched it. All right, let's see if that girl reacts.
Couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look what happened.
That's more natural. So that's more natural to respond like that. And that's right there. That's the moment that guy right there is shooting and misses him, but hits the gun right there. Like that actually is the guy. And then he hasn't been taken out yet. So now I'm going to turn off this top one so we can just see it. And there he is. Oh yeah, God, that worked perfectly. Look at this. Look at that. See his head just pop? Can you see it? Like it barely pops up for a second. Like it right there, and then, oh, he's out. Then his head goes down. Like right about that time. Watch. Ah, it's hard. It's hard to get zoomed in. You gotta have to be way over here. So look at him right there, sticking up really high at this point. Right there. Yeah, really close anyways. Anyways, there you go. I think that's hits the gun, yeah. Well, you already got trolls in here already. Nah, I never used it as a swear word. Rick, you sound like a complete lunatic. And even if I did, why does it offend you, man? Just get over yourself. Nobody cares. Let's see. You stupid fools. Guy Gray. The crowd had to be stunned. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I was going to go forward again because somebody was wondering again about the rifle being moved, right? Well, we have that on camera. It's at on this thing. It's like, well, now we know it's off, but people get on the roof at 8 or 6:16 and something. Like nobody's on the roof still. I'm just looking over there. That's a flag over there. It didn't though one day. See, everybody always wants to come up with some alternate theory just to sound cool and interesting. But it's not. It's totally two different guns. That's why on the original footage, when you watch RSBN, they have completely different sounds, except I'm using David's, or I think that's his name. Yeah, David's audio, and they all sound similar because it goes right over the head. People are crazy, man. Just every second they have they just throw out something to see if it sticks. Yeah, they think because he's aiming right there, he took the shot. No, he thought he probably hit him on the first shot and was just checking up there and then saw his head get nailed, and then he goes, yep, you got him, with his hand. Pretty obvious stuff, really. Oh, there you go. See how similar that looks to? Like, if you go about right there, that's exactly what Crooks look like, right? But this is somebody coming up on, two different people coming up onto the roof. See that? So these are the officers coming up onto the roof, and they get up on there at 18 or 6, 16, and 44 seconds. Probably a little bit before that. But there they are. Now watch. The officer that's in dark on the right, he goes over and he bends down. Look at him. Bends down. You can even see right there he's bending down. And then he grabs the AR-15 and he moves it over and he places it right there on the ground 4 flats over. Anybody question that? I don't know, Gray. Maybe he's just looking at it. You bastard. All right, there it is. But Gray, wouldn't he just set it down? Why would he keep looking at it? I don't know. Why does your brain work so terribly? Yeah, anyways, that's it. He moved it over there. The Secret Service was trying to. Yeah, they made it sound like almost like it was it didn't really work or anything. He's the one that actually made all the difference. Kind of broke the gun, and then he was taken out. Now they're going to blame the Secret Service because he killed an unarmed man. You know, he didn't even have his weapon wasn't even working, and he shot him. That bastard. No, it's not considered tampering anything. That's what they always do. You see police shootings all the time. They go up, they cuff the person, they move the gun out of the way, and, you know, secure the gun. Happens every time. It's really obvious that he was just shot in the same spot that he was. Is he somehow innocent now because somebody touched his gun and moved it? Well, we never know, Gray. Maybe there was some other DNA on there, you bastard. I think this is getting it sort of obvious now what the reality is, right? I don't think... The only conspiracy that I can imagine is something where somebody at the higher levels... I mean, I think here's what I think is interesting. Right? If I was going to look at this... And you guys, we don't have Ivan Victor tonight, so I'm going to need your guys' support to help support my channel. All right, got a real slow start here with this really interesting stuff. You know, put a comment in a super chat, send it in. Yes, this is all hand stabilized right in there. Or actually not this part. He's actually standing still. That looks like another officer running around the bottom. I'll tell you what I think is bothersome to me. Now, pixels sort of enlarge if you have one that stands out from a distance, but it bothers me how easy it is for this camera that's just shitty, you know, like it's way out there zoomed in. I mean, this is already zoomed in. I'm going to go back as far as I can. Even that first time. Okay, so I'm going backwards right now. Yeah, ding, 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 and then she came. This is not him, this thing right there. He's right over there. But why can this fuzzy shit camera that's zooming in pick that up? And I think actually, right before this, I have a smooth thing again because I can see it. Way back here. There it is. Look at that. That's him right there. That little stuff that's moving there. Watch. You can go back. You can see it. You know? So he got done running. And this is where I start zooming in because I could see him. Just to the left up there. See that? So if you can see him this low and see him, you know, I mean, I can see the shape. Now, it's not as big as that. It's just because there's a difference and the pixels and, you know, it fills in the blanks and puts up a bigger shot. But if you were on the barn up there with their high-powered scopes, they'd be able to see that, easily see that guy. You know? And so here's where the problem is. The sniper on the southern barn, he didn't even know, let's see. They didn't have any communications. They just knew that there was a situation over there. So that's why they turned around. So they had no communication. They didn't know that when the officer jumped down and said, "Look, he's got a gun, he's got a gun." That's actually before that. They turned around because I just explained it to you, Papa. Hey, thanks, Jim Lawn. but they didn't have any communications, as we've read, right? So they're up there, and there's this guy with a gun, and the local police all know that. That's why this guy started running. Now, I mean, don't you think it's interesting that this guy's running now way earlier? Because if we go back and let me zoom out. I'm going to turn that one off again. Oh, that's right. I zoomed in. Let me just make this 100. Oh, not that one. Oh, wow. I was way zoomed in. See, that's what the actual video looked like. Let me move it.
Ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history.
So this guy doesn't have audio on here, but I bet you right there, because look at the time, it's 6:11 and 30. That means if you subtract 12, it would be 6:11, 18 seconds. That is, I mean, isn't that crazy? Why didn't he stop right there and yell up to the snipers or say something out loud right here? I mean, because this is actually 6:11 and 18 seconds. And obviously, he just heard the officer who, well, God, what was the camera that shows that? Is it the vehicle camera, or the other? I can't remember which camera that was. There's actually camera footage. Oh, yeah, it's actually Dave's footage. You can see the officer that was on the roof. He gets on his comms and he says something. It's not that one. He gets on his comms and he says something. Right? And right at that moment, all of the local police knew, oh, he's got a gun too. So that means this guy's running because he's heard that there's a gun up there.
Our country
So why aren't you going up to the sniper? Hey, look at, like, there's a gun on the roof over there. You know, just something. Instead, he's just running. Actually, we don't know what he's saying, but he's definitely not alerting anybody in this area. This guy could have easily had somebody, you know, why not take a hard left, run up on the stage and say, you know, do something.
Look what happened to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people.
Because look at right now. Like right now, it's 25. The shooting doesn't happen for 8 more seconds.
And you know, that's a little bit.
This guy's just running.
A little bit old. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you.
And he's got a gun. It's just one of the cameras way over there by the building. I just have it as part of this audio.
You want to really see something that.
Yeah. So right now is going to be the first gunshots.
Said, take a look what happened.
Okay? I mean, that guy could have said something to somebody, but you know what? The people up on the barn, they didn't know that he even had a weapon until that first shot. So you can't really blame them for taking 15 seconds. This guy down here, he actually was listening to the conversation. This guy right here, he has that. He's a local SWAT member. So he's listening. So he's already kind of has them marked. And, you know, then there's already been the 5 quick shots. And now we're going to the point where just about ready to get the Southern Barn sniper shot. And this guy doesn't shoot again. He's looking in on him because he already shot up there and he could see he did something, and he's probably observing now. See, there's no recoil or anything on him. And then boom, a shot came in and took him out. And it's interesting because you can kind of see his head right there just for a second, and then it's right after that shot. Okay, down. I love watching this guy though, because you can tell he's just looking through his scope, checking it out, and he puts his hand up. Watch that. Wait, that was right before that. Hold on. He's like, oh shit. Yeah, you got him. Yeah, you got him up there. So anyways, I thought you guys would be a little bit more pumped. It's pretty cool to find little things like that. I mean, what I do is like, you know, we had the caller call in last night who said that that shooter's, because it's been mentioned that he was right over in that area and he saw him on the video. So he was just showing me where it was, but it didn't make sense what they were doing. And then I went, oh wow, let me go check to see, and the audio was way off, and now it makes all the sense in the world, right? Because before I had it where that girl by the fence, when the shooting's happening, she's just sitting there going la 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 la. But for her, all the shots were probably loud, just like they were for Dave, because she was right under them. And so she heard the first one and probably went, what? And then the second one's moving. What are you talking about, Cindy? Metal would affect your shooting. I don't know. I think what affected his shooting was that he was seen up on the roof. He had to speed it up and just missed 3 times. But you know, I'm open to do whatever you guys whatever you want to look into now. Here, I think everything's accounted for. You've got the sniper on the south roof. We now know, you know, with very good certainty that that's the guy right there. That's the shooter, the 9th shot taker. I know I don't really get a lot of views. And it kind of sucks when I don't get the, you know, like I wish I got more support too in terms of if I was peddling a conspiracy right now, you guys would all be super chatting the hell out of me. It'd be a different crowd, of course, but you guys are the only source of income on these live streams. So it's sort of like, you know, I know that the conspiracy nutters, they do better. Last night was just one of those anomalies where we had Ivan Victor. And actually, it did, you know, there was a few other people that were helping out too. But oh, and there's Cindy J. Thank you. The Secret Service snipers would have got notified via, right, if they had had those radios. They didn't get them. So that's where you sort of wonder, you know, what took so long? I mean, after you hear the shot, weren't they, or let's just put it this way. I'd like to know from those snipers, were they already looking at him or were they looking around on the ground? Because they weren't told anything. They were just, you know what they were aware of? That they were looking for somebody that went over towards that gas station. That's all that they were aware of. They didn't know that there was somebody on a roof because there was no communications. I know that's what you want to believe, one dandy, because it makes your conspiracy theory more fun, and you'd probably be sending me super chats if I said that. Yeah, and that number is actually 209,000 up there. Right, that's what I try to look for. That's exactly right. Papa Joe, Lionel. But like I said, the conspiracies do a lot, theorists do a lot better on their channel. Maybe you guys can do something about that. Yeah, it has nothing to do with Greg Nickel. No, he's not a person of interest. He's never been a person of interest. I'm not sure why the hell anybody ever brought that guy's name up, nor the other guy. In my opinion, if there's anything here that's nefarious, it's something like they, you know, you could almost argue it was intentionally sort of, I don't know how to say it, but like intentional poor protection over time, given the rhetoric that one particular party uses against Donald Trump, caused a situation where he was in danger often. There just wasn't a person there to do it. Like They made it so it was so easy. But I don't know, man. This is a weird one because he just happened to sneak through this little tiny window. It's crazy. I was actually working on a Photoshop image to try to look at this from sort of a graphical. Hey, thanks, Jim Lawn. I'll try asking again. See, on this channel, on a nightly basis, the people watching the channel help support the channel. And at the end of the month, I donate thousands of dollars out of the income, including from the ad revenue. I donate thousands of dollars to true crime-related charity. And we've given $209,000 since January of 2020, right out of my income. You know, so like if I get a check, that comes out of that, right? So we're one of the few channels that actually goes out and makes a difference. We have a DNA fund where we identify Jane and John Does. We have and we've put over almost 90,000 in that one. And then we also have a scholarship fund that we started last year called the Fallen Freaks, where if there's a freak out there, you know, we've had freaks that passed away, and the scholarship is in their name, you know. And so that's pretty cool. We gave two $3,000 scholarships out for, you know, true crime related, majors. And then, you know, we've given 20,000 plus to 3 different charities, which is the RAIN, which is violence against women. We've given over 20 to Texas EquiSearch, and over 20 to NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And we've also given Wounded Warriors thousands of dollars as well. So anyways, if you're out there and you could please help support the channel if you're able to. I noticed that 30 people left once I said, hey, if you could help support the channel, and went through the stuff, because they don't really give two shits about anything. They were just here to ooh. Right. Okay. Sick. Anyways, thanks, Alley Cake and American Lady. This guy's pretty cool. Watch, because he's still just kind of monitoring. He saw the shot that killed him. And then he's just kind of... See, like right here, he goes and looks through his scope again. Watch. See? Right there, he's looking right through it again. See? Checking it out. Is it true that this is the first Trump rally with Secret Service snipers? To think there is a handler isn't a conspiracy. Nah, it is a conspiracy. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, it's the first time that they've had a sniper at a former president rally. But I wonder if former presidents don't normally run for office. So, and the communication, so, you know, you might look to see, like, who's the one doing poor communication? I mean, currently there's no evidence that Thomas Crooks that knew somebody, the foreign account. That's not proof of anything, that he had foreign, web accounts. You know, it doesn't mean anything. It could mean something, though. We just don't have any evidence of that. You show me something, I'll go, oh my God, there we go, there's the connection. But there's things that are bothersome, like the speed at which the FBI sort of, cleared the body, cleared the rooftop, opened up the crime scene for other people, knowing that there was other people that wanted to look at it, cremated the body, allowed the family to do that. Which is weird, but I mean, it's like, you know, it's not the same as, like, if you had cremated Kennedy's body really fast. That's where the difference would be. This is the shooter who got killed, and they know that he was killed. I mean, to me, it's really clear that he's the lone shooter in this case, and he was shot at by the SWAT team, and he was shot at again by the Southern Barn snipers, and that was the one that killed him. And, you know, whether or not he was there for, you know, some other purpose, you know, I don't know, but I just don't see it, you know. I mean, why does every one of the people admit that they saw him if they're part of it? I mean, wouldn't they just say, I never saw him, man. I was looking out there. I wasn't looking down on the ground for some weirdo that was... Look how dumb that question is. How did the photographer with the high-speed camera know when to turn on his camera? That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. He just turns the camera. He's actually just filming up there, and it's very sunny, so has a high shutter speed, and he films it. He's just taking pictures. It's like a 1 in a million shot. You know, he's probably going, you know, just firing off and picks the best one out. How did he know? Jeez. Well, so let me guess. The trigger of Crooks was on a timer with his camera. Jesus. That's insane. Well, let me ask you this. What if he did know what time, you know, let's say the cameraman did know. What are the odds that he'd be able to go, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ping, and I got the right shot right when it's ridiculous. I don't even know how people come up with thoughts like that. It's wild. Okay, all right, your brain's fried. There might have been 4 other people up there, and they just missed it. Give me a break. Just come on. Think about things logically a little bit. Well, of course it's a coincidence. What do you mean you think it might be? It's just the guy's just taking pictures, and he was going through them, and he happened to be taking the shot right when he was shot at, and there's the bullet going by. I mean, why do you say I think that might be a coincidence? Why wouldn't they? Why? What do you mean? Why was CNN live? Oh my God! What the hell's going on here? Yeah, no problem. But hey, you guys, if you're out there, if you could please help support this channel, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Absolutely dead as a doornail in here tonight. When Trump comes back to PA for another rally, I'm sure there'll be, I bet there'll be 4 or 5 snipers, and you can bet there's nothing's going to happen. I believe in totality, this is one of these things where there's been complacency. Hey, thanks, Hollywood. The Hollywood Files. What happened to Crooks' eyeglasses? I don't know. Who knows? Is that something that keeps you up at night? Maybe they were in his pocket. Didn't want to have a flash or from the sun hit his glasses. Although I thought I could see him in some of those other images of him up there. We weren't talking about the camera. Yes, you were. You were talking about the photographer, how perfect it was that they got the shot. Yeah. I was listening. Or watching. I can't hear you, obviously. Yeah, so I just think there's been a lot of complacency over the years where they're just like, yeah. And that Trump has been in danger for a long time. Probably not the president. They're probably a hell of a lot more focused on those. But, Trump and other people, yeah, forget it. Just really kind of going through the motions, not really doing all that they can do. I mean, they didn't even pick up I could see why it could be something else because there's so many other elements. Like, why didn't they get the radios? Why didn't those two snipers see him earlier? Well, we already know that because the communication, they only knew that there was a guy on the roof, I bet, when the first shot happened. And it took them a minute to kind of get zoned in there, scoped in, and then 15 seconds later they took him out. Yeah, that's pretty weird. But this is the question I always ask people is, what grade do you think they would have given themselves had Trump not been shot at? And everything was the same. Just pretend everything was the same. Let's even throw Crooks in there, and he went there just to fly a drone up in the air and walk around with his rangefinder, and then he walks home. They would go, oh, A+, man. Yeah, we nailed it. And in reality, it was garbage. Yeah, just... Man, you guys are brutal tonight. I've already explained it 100 times, Dynamic Dawson. Do I have to do it again just for you? Like literally 1,000 times. They heard that there was, activity over there. So they turned and looked over in that direction. They weren't even told what it was. Yeah, I was trying to come up with something like a overhead shot. You could take, I could probably do it in here even. So the sniper that was in this room, they have it. That's not really a good way to do it. Let me think. Yeah, like you go from that window right there, that's the sniper window. Something like, they could see, because they were offset back there, maybe something like that. So that's a sniper in that room, in the second floor of the building. Yeah, so that's kind of what he could see, right? Then this sniper here could see from right there. Let's just say from his angle, he could probably go all the way out to there if he wanted to, turning. And then I'm just going to show you. So it'd be yeah, kind of like that. It's crazy. So if you went to there and then like this, Let's just say you could see all this area like that. And look how nutty that is. You know, but and some of this you can't even see either. Like I would actually get rid of, like you can't see down on the ground. I mean, you can see on the roof, but you got to realize the ground you can't see from over there. So look at this crazy angle right here. That's exactly where Crooks was. See that? And there's a tree here. So then the sniper over here, this guy bothers me a little bit. You know, like this guy, he's right here. He came out this, he looked out this back here, and he's the one that saw Crooks. So, you know, he could see all the way over there if he wanted to. Right? But apparently he didn't keep looking. So when he saw Crooks walk around, he told people, oh, he headed over here. He headed over towards the gas station, which is over there. And then they all started looking over in this area. But look at that little crazy little window. And that's how it was the whole time. Crooks was on the roof. There's that open spot there. He wasn't leaning out. Yeah. He looked down on the back side. He looked down. We already know. No, he was set offset. We can assume that because I've seen the photographs of where their rifles were. He didn't see him. But hey, guys, I've mentioned it multiple times now. If you guys could please help support the channel tonight, I'd really appreciate it. We've just absolutely frozen. I've been on for an hour, and we are at 10%. Yeah, so look at that. He flew his drone up in the air, as we said. And he was back here, and he could see that from a certain position, this sniper couldn't see. Thanks, Michelle H. And so he goes up on there, and he goes right into that little sliver. And it isn't until later where these snipers turn around, and they could definitely see, they were focused on that area. You know, they're looking over here. They just know that there's a situation, and they don't know what the situation is. You know, so they turn around and they could see later, but they might not have been looking in the right spot. So it wasn't until they turned around where they could actually see. And it's just right inside there, and they were down on the back slope. So these guys just knew that they were looking for somebody over here, right? And so they're not really, you know, I don't think they were aware, these snipers, that there was somebody on the roof until the gunshots happened. And it could have been that right before the gunshots, they were aware the person was there. Hey, Veruca Salt, how about you just shut the hell up, okay? Nobody asked you a damn thing. You're such an embarrassment. Every show you show up on, some stupid comment. Wild. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'm covering this because I'm finding new things, and I find it interesting. There's nothing in the true crime world right now that seems to have any... There's nothing that's like, ooh, look at that! I've tried to cover other things. You know, the case gets solved in 2 seconds. You know, what do you want me to do, man? These people are just so rude who show up. Gray, I respectfully disagree with the assumption that the rifle photo was how the gun was actually found. I harp on this, but he would have heard lady yelling, he's on the roof. He instantly would have looked out. Maybe. But what do you mean the rifle photo was how the gun was actually found? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means. Muddy paws. What do you mean by the photo was how the gun was actually found? What does that mean? I've just shown you how the officer moved his gun over. Are you talking about his sniper rifle, the one that was offset? I mean, we had the one Secret Service guy say, "Look, you can look out." But then when you see the photographs, they're actually offset from the window. They're guns. Yes, what? I'm not sure what you're saying yes to. I've said a lot of things. Type in a whole sentence and then I'll... So Muddy Paws said, Gray, I respectfully disagree with the assumption that the rifle photo was how the gun was actually found. I harp on this, but he would have heard a lady yelling. Oh, there it is. Yelling, he's on the roof. He instantly would have... I mean, but you're saying he instantly would have done something, but we don't know what he would have done. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know exactly, like, people might do that, but we don't know that he absolutely would have done that. But I see what you're saying. Hey, thanks, Who Nix. What makes you think this is a good channel, Who Nix? I get a lot of trolls that show up on these. You know, they want me to cover... I've covered different cases during this multiple times, but nobody was here on those shows. Okay, so, you know, if you're going to bitch about it, why don't you show up to one of those? Okay? I would hope... Yeah, go ahead. If you have questions to ask, let's throw them in a super chat. I'll be sure to see them. Photo was how the gun was actually found. But what do you mean found? You mean this, how the sniper rifle was found? I don't know. I guess we could go look at that file that they had. Well, I'm not a conspiracy nutter, Who Nix. Sometimes there are, you know, conspiracies, but they're really rare. You would think that the way people every single case of a mass shooting or something of this nature, it's always a conspiracy. You know, every single time, and almost 99.999% of the time they're not. Hey, thanks, Gloria Batari. Hi, Gray. Can we expectations you at CrimeCon? Yeah, okay, that one I am planning. I think I'm going to try to go to that one, because that's definitely, you know, that'd be kind of fun to drive there, too, you know, kind of a journey. That'd be nice. So, yeah. Do you live there? That'd be cool. You know, it'd be cool is to have, like any of the freaks, we just go out somewhere together and hang out. Go get dinner, have some drinks, you know. The conspiracy is that anyone was there that day. What does that mean? Here, let me maybe I'll open up the lines here in a minute. But any other thoughts? Isn't it? It's just kind of interesting how there's this perfect little gap that he found and exploited by just, you know, because he's not dumb. This kid was not a stupid person, obviously. He figured it out. Look at that sniper can't see me. If there are other snipers in there, remember the one guy goes, hey, he saw us with guns, he must know that we have people up here. Why do you guys keep talking about Greg? You guys are like lunatics, man. I just... Forget the Greg guy, man. It's just, get over it. Has anyone seen unedited original video of the body on the roof? I've seen, I have unedited video myself. Photo equals might not be how rifle was during the shooting. Sound equals pop head out and would have seen, well, I knew what the sound was. Theory, no snipers were on the second floor. Oh, I think one of them was still there. There were supposedly 2 and 1 left. That's what they said. But, I mean, I guess we don't have to believe that. Yeah, that'd be cool, Gloria. Yeah. And when is it in 2025? Like in July or something? I'll definitely try to get to that one. I don't like going all the way across the country. He went down to let the other sniper back in. Oh, Jesus. But who cares, though? You know what I mean? Like, let's say there's a guy named Greg who let the other sniper back in after going to look for Crooks. And what's, thing that bugs you a little bit is like, why didn't this guy, apparently one of the snipers was right here, and I think that's the one that was on this window. This one stayed here. This guy takes off because he was probably, oh, hey, I'll cover it or whatever. But why didn't this guy here, who saw Crooks walk around like that, why didn't he keep watching? I mean, look at, I'll go right to that window right here. All right, so here we go. Let's just pick any one of these two. So right there, and then I'm going to turn around. And he almost pretended this frame of the 3D mesh here could be the window. You could see him climb up over there, walk around. You'd see him go on that roof. Hey, he's on the roof. He's got a backpack, you guys. We got to... Instead, I think he's the one who said, oh, he headed over towards... because he went this way, that he headed towards this gas station over here. And then people were like, okay, towards again. And then they started searching around over here. They had cops coming in, driving around, kind of pushing back towards this direction. I think that was the key piece of communication that was bad. Had he said, hey, it looks like he's back in this cove up here, he might be going on the roof, they would have had him a lot earlier. Who are you talking to? Cindy. How can you say that, Gray? You keep saying there were snipers on the second floor, but Greg is one that left. That's why we talk about Greg. He said he left his post in the other direction. Yeah, he left his post to go look for him. Who cares about this Greg guy? You guys are trying to make it sound like he's a shooter or has some huge, like he's part of something. I've seen it. I've seen that part. That's what I'm talking about. He has nothing to do with the shooting itself. All right? So just quit talking about him. All right? I'm going to ban the name Greg on this channel. And that way you won't also call me Greg too. Ah, Jesus. Greg Nichols' alibi for not seeing Crooks is not valid. Ooh, Jesus. What a bunch of... Wow. Let's see. SRM, yeah, that's what made me wonder if they had even the slightest idea. Yeah, that video from earlier is still doing pretty good. It's got like 40, the analytics, like 40,000 views, but whatever that means. Michael Nichols, Greg's wife, is the deputy coroner. So what? Okay, everybody. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Michael Nick, probably Michelle is what they meant to say. Greg's wife is the deputy coroner for Beaver County, Pennsylvania. Therefore, when they took the body, she was able to cover up the whole thing that really happened. You see, and that's really, really neato and interesting. Yeah, this is just so classic, man. This is just like the Kanika Jenkins case. Although, you know, I see all the crazy crap, so I'm not saying there's not a possibility of something at a higher level that allowed there to be an unsafe situation for Trump, okay? And that if there was somebody out there, they could get through. Why? Here's one of my questions: is why didn't somebody see the drone being flown around at 4 o'clock, for God's sakes? That's right when, you know, you're setting up, there's all kinds of cops around, people are looking, people are already speaking, and you don't notice a drone? And then the guy that flew the drone's the same guy that had the rangefinder? Well, yeah, you know what's crazy? If during the Kennedy assassination, if there were as many people now that have cell phones, oh man, they would have solved that sucker a long time ago. I wish I had every single piece of cell phone footage that there is. By bystanders that were filming just before the shooting and then after and what they were looking at. Yeah, the drone thing, it bugs me. But see, that's where the complacency part is. It's like, yeah, it doesn't start for a while, you know. So I don't know if it's I don't know, it could be a red flag, I don't know. Crazed water. Yeah, somebody made that comment underneath the last video. So if you go watch, let me show you on here. Let's see. Yeah, right there. No, I think it was when you go around after the first shots and then the 5. Right here. They actually said, hey, Gray, you put your water bottle in the way. What? What do you mean my water bottle? What the hell are you talking about? I'm not holding a water bottle up in front of my screen and then somehow it miraculously fused through the screen onto the video that I'm working on. Whew. You see what I got to deal with, you guys? I'm sorry, I can't, that's not my bottle. I mean, I wish I could grab out and drink it. It looks like a nice cool drink. But that's the guy right there. He's the one that, I think you can hear it right here. Bam, that was it. Actually, that was it. So you hear the last of the 5 and then his. Boom. And that sounded loud because it was right there. But actually, here's the thing. The audio I'm using is David, so that's not why it was loud. It's loud because all the bullets went over that guy's head, breaking the sound barrier. Then he comes around, and then here's the girl who was by the fence earlier. And there's Crooks right there, the top of his head right there, and then we're just kind of, you can still see him moving around. And there he is right there. I mean, so don't you think it's weird that we can see him? And we could see him before the shooting even happened. That's what's crazy about it. All right, there he is. Right there. And you can see him moving. You can kind of see that little darkness right there. And then I think he might have. Okay, I think he's already shot at. Hold on. Yeah, there he is. So it's like the boom. You could just see his head up there, and then it goes away. Right there. See that dark spot right there? That's probably all the sniper had to see when the shot happened. But had they shot earlier, I mean, hell, he was almost standing up over there. I mean, look at that one. Jesus, that guy, he looks like about ready to jump, you know. Look at that. He's you know those times where he stands up on, sort of gets up on all of his, all fours, and then he kind of slings forward. That's almost like what he's doing right there. Gray, you put that whole crane in front of it. Those stands, man. Right, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and then I'm gonna come back and maybe we can have the phone lines open, and then I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow I can do, you know, if there's another true crime, we can go over the Deian Warner case. We talked about it at the beginning, just did the update, but it'd be cool to kind of go over that again and try to figure out exactly where that container was. I'm not sure what you're typing in. Let's see. Mud pause. Gray, can you back up in the video to time first sniper shot? You can see the second story window. Zoom to see if you can't see the snipers. Muddy pause. But hey, that's a good thing. If you can't see him, then he's not looking out, right? Why don't we look back, way back here? That's a good thing to look at. If we can somehow, let's see where we're at.
Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what
Yes, this is too far back.
happened to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20
It's right after this running.
million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart.
Okay. So it's one of these. Let's see. Let's take a look. All right, those are the two we can see. They're actually in these two over here on the end, apparently. So
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a
yeah, I don't see anything sticking out of any of these. See, don't see anything out of that.
look what happened.
I told you guys this video here is amazing. Has a lot of stuff in it. And you'll go, oh, look at the way it wasn't shaped right. That's just the way it is, man. Whenever you jerk something around. And see, like, this is what I'm talking about. Pixelation and stuff. Nothing's perfect. These windows are perfectly square, right? Notice how they're not. Because that's just the way video is. That's all I can say. I don't have a magic. But if there was something sticking out, you would see it. Like that one now, it looks more square in that one. I'm just kind of going like this to see if we can, at any point, did anybody look out of there? And that's the final one. So now, there you go. Does that make you feel better? Yeah, see, did you see the little puppy paws? She said, let's wave, freaks, support our Gray. All right? Don't let her down. Muddy Paws said, yeah, so what do you think about that, Muddy Paws? Does that make you feel a little bit better about that? You can't really see anybody looking out those windows? Thanks, Georgina Stuliker. What do you mean before the shooting? I found a pipe with a flag out of a window after it was suggested I look. Yeah, those kind of things don't mean anything to me at all. Yeah. People are wondering about, hey, I saw one of the doors shut down below after the shooting, you know, and it's like, well, okay. You know, doors shut. People shut doors. And there's Allie K on Little Puppy Paws. Thank you, guys. All right, anyways, I got to go use the restroom. I'm going to put the... And by the way, if you're not on my other channel, it's a political channel, but I'm more of a Republican type. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I'm trying to avoid ever talking about, or at least minimizing talking about anything like that on this channel. And that one's called at red gray blue 1. If you put that right there, I just put it in the chat. If you put that one in a YouTube search, it'll go right there. And go over there and subscribe. Thanks, Allie Cake and Linda Jane and American Lady. Yeah, I know you can't post a picture. I'm not really interested, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, Russian Twitter. Jesus. Oh, God. I just don't care, though. I mean, what makes you interested about that one? Who nicks? Here, why don't you send me an email, then I'll look at it. Here it is. That one is grayhughes2@gmail.com. There you go. But it sounds like you're going into the conspiracy stuff. Well, cool, Muddy Paws. And thank you for your support. All right, I'll be back in a second. Yeah. Boy, that's funny, one dandy. Boy, you're just such an interesting person. Yeah, that one's called Under the Grandstands. Or what is it? Yellow Rivers by... Right. Mm-hmm. No, it's not live, Chickbait. Yeah. You'll have to come back later for the live stream. All right, I'm just sitting here talking to tell people it's not live. All right. All right, we are currently at 40% and we are an hour and a half in. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna make it? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the FBI respond about the body being released or anything. Where are you reading about their response to that guy's file? I haven't seen that. You don't send them to me, so I don't know. What do you mean, are the feds here tonight? What does that mean, Chickbait? You got about one more comment to make, and if it doesn't sort of fit in... Okay, I didn't see it though, Zozo, so if you could send that to me, that'd be great. I wasn't even aware, because you didn't send it to me. I hate when people say he had a handler. It sounds so fictional. And yeah, handler. Yeah. All right, let's see. FBI, yeah, thanks, Ozo. Says FBI fires back at claims it released Crooks' body for cremation days after Trump's assassination attempt. The FBI has fired back at claims by a GOP congressman that the agency released the body of Thomas Matthew Crooks for a cremation just 10 days after his assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania last month. The agency says it refutes allegations by Representative Clay Higgins, Republican from Louisiana, who says that when he requested to view Crooks' body on August 5th, nobody on the ground in Butler knew it had been handed back to the suspect's family on July 23rd. Higgins said the revelation caused quite a stir and revealed a disturbing fact. Higgins is looking into the deadly January 13th incident as part of a bipartisan congressional task force and made the claims in a stunning preliminary report which is highly critical of the FBI investigation into the matter. Higgins says the releasing of the body and other claims of bad practice practice leveled at the FBI amounts to obstruction to any following investigative effort. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff they just quickly did, you know. An FBI spokesperson tells Fox News Digital that any suggestion, I mean, the FBI, just seeing how they've been the last 4 years, you know, it makes you kind of question them. I mean, it's some wild stuff. The agency said that Crooks' body was released to his family after coordination with the coroner's office. Ooh, that's Greg's. Ooh, Greg's wife. Whoa! As well as state and local law enforcement okay. There you go. In keeping with normal procedures. Higgins, a former... guess who the Greg is? You know who Greg is? He is Brent Kopacka of the Idaho 4 case. That's who he is right now. He's the boogeyman that all the conspiracy nutters, after they've given up on the other guy, I can't remember his name, that apparently Crooks looks like, you know, they gave up on him. So now it's the Greg guy. Well, it was Greg and they're the guy together. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe they don't think that that's what they're doing. I don't know. Higgins, a former police captain, said that he visited Butler, Pennsylvania earlier this month to invest. I think what there's a lot of covering up of is the incompetence of how it went down. You don't see any, and none of the people on the ground are trying to cover up anything. They're literally making themselves look bad by saying, oh, yeah, that Maxwell guy, he has nothing to do with anything. Right? It makes them look bad. So they're actually saying, yeah, I saw him go out that window. He looked like he was going around over there. Oh, yeah, we sent these texts back and forth, and, you know, none of us really went out and talked to the guy. They all keep talking about him over and over again. And it just looks like a shit show, you know, of how they reacted to everything. If there was a cover-up, they would all be just going, man, I never even saw the guy. They wouldn't have sent texts back and forth about this guy that's walking around. They wouldn't have said anything. They just would have said, we never even saw him. He just kind of snuck in. And then you say, well, we saw him sitting, like, somebody in the audience could go, well, we saw him sitting below on that wall. And you go, yeah, but I'm offset back here. I wasn't looking down at the ground. I'm looking out towards the stage with my sniper rifle. All right, we're at one of those cold zones again, everybody. So if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the Grant Hughes Investigates channel that relies on your generosity during my live streams, I would appreciate it. You can put in a comment as well. This is all a game. Yeah, I think it is kind of a CYA thing, but I don't know if it's like they're trying to cover up some bigger plot. It's more like they're just covering up their ineptitude so they don't lose jobs. I don't know why they did grab about 6 people there. You could see them. They just put cuffs on that one guy. Not sure why they did that. I think they were suspicious because he was like filming 2 minutes before. He's filming up there. Well, they should have arrested all those other people on the other side who were filming too, right? Well, she resigned because she was incompetent. Yeah. They were going to ask for her to be removed anyway. She was so bad in that. She's actually one of the people that sort of made it seem conspiratorial because she was so ill prepared for that hearing that she did. She was terrible. Thanks, Ton. They said Trump 2024. Well, you'd sure hope so, and not the communist who is trying to price gauge. Oh, wait, it's gouge. Oops. Yeah. And try to control costs on items. I mean, they've tried that in other countries. Doesn't work out too well. We even tried it here. Nixon tried it one time. Believe it or not, for 3 months, and then he stopped it. Let's see. She gave no information. Yeah, that's true. What do you mean? Why do you say that, Zozo? Why would he have to take an Uber? He just would have driven the van and parked it on that street and then walked over with his backpack. I don't understand that. And and at this point, we don't even know if that's his van or not. You know, we thought it was at the beginning, but we've had no updates on it because that question's never asked at the hearings. Yeah, she didn't even know what she was talking about, Cindy. That's why she said that word. Gauging. She didn't even know what gouging was. Never heard of it in her life. Okay, well that's just way back there. But we don't know, though. You mean rented it? When you say hired it? Is that what you mean? I don't know what the answer to that is. But, I mean, that's not really a big deal, right? Like, you took an Uber to go buy a car at some point. It had an Arizona plate on it. And we don't know yet, even if it, I don't know. It doesn't seem that really that important, that kind of information. I mean, he just would have got an Uber and went over and got it, right? I mean, how would that implicate somebody else? Probably because while walking around, Mike, he probably realized, shit, I can just climb up there on my own. I mean, how stupid is it to bring a ladder? That would stick out like a sore thumb. He probably thought about it, and then he went, ooh, that's not going to work. And then he figured out a different way to get up on the roof. Hey, welcome, Gene Petty. And Imaginary Voyager. And why don't you guys, if you're out there, get some memberships for people. If you're not a member, become one, but you can also gift memberships to people who may want to be channel members. I mean, by the way, this is a true crime channel. This case sort of overlaps. There's political ramifications, but it's also, I mean, this is right up my alley. This is like quintessential, like what I do. If I have video and Google Earth and everything, I can marry everything together and figure out what the hell's going on. That's just kind of what if you don't know me from before, that's what I do. Thanks, Kami. Thanks, Gray, for putting all the pieces together. I don't know, Zozo. I'm sure we'll get some answers for those questions at some point. Not really. they're looking into him. He's kind of a... friends don't even know much about the guy. He was kind of a loner, sounds like. He's just one of those types, you know. He's like Koberger. How much do we really know about him, you know? We know all the little stories about like when he was younger and, you know, all the anecdotal stuff from, because he's actually a teacher, you know. I mean, so I mean we know a hell of a lot more about Koberger than him, but it's different, you know. This guy, if Koberger wasn't the teacher's aide or whatever the hell he was for the doctorate program, he probably, we wouldn't know much about him either. We would just know some of the stories about him younger. And let's say he didn't write, and I think it is kind of weird that we don't have his digital footprint. Hey, thanks, Amy Higg. Gifted to Shaq Johnson, Dragon Slayer, Mimi Misty, and Pharaoh Gamma, and Fixing to Snap. Probably all trolls, but thank you very much. Yeah. Usually the next day after they are gifted a membership, they make some jackass comment or something. Let's see. Well, I mean, it was kind of a national story, but yeah, I don't remember them ever doing a... I thought they did some press conferences early on, just sort of quick and short little comments. They weren't huge. Like they'd come out and give updates. Will you be getting any car? I don't know what Anna typed in. It disappeared. My lib friends say don't follow this channel. Oh, really? Why is that? See, that's what's crazy. Maybe it's wrong to talk about politics on a channel about true crime, even though you would think most people that follow true crime would actually have a little bit more conservative values. You know, because you're looking for justice, you know, and it's a little strange to me. But I also think it's even worse when there's people that watch your channel that were liberals, and the fact that you say something that is on the other side and you're pointing something out that they would cancel you makes them just shitty people, you know, and so that's just the truth. I would never do that to somebody, you know, like if I was following a channel and I really liked what they were doing and everything and supported what they were doing, and then one day they say something politically opposite of me, I'd probably argue with them, but it's not going to make me go, oh man, I'm out of here. The cancel culture is disgusting, and people that practice that, you guys are just shit people. That's not fair, Gray. I didn't like what... No, it's true. That's just true what I just said. You see them all the time. They're the ones that complain, bitch and moan, whine. And if you disagree with them because they're so righteous that somehow they are just such a way better person than you, so they cancel you because you dared to believe something different. Right? And that's just true, isn't it? You talking to me, Jessica? Dude? Or is there somebody named Dude? I can't see it in here. Fully believe there is a total conspiracy by the U.S. government, media, state, attorney general. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you can find a connect, I guess here's what's weird is the organization that's looking into who Thomas Crooks was and any connection he has is the same one that has done those things that seem sort of shady, you know, released the body, cleaned up the crime scene really quick, you know, ding, ding, ding. But the thing is, you know, we all see it right here on camera. I just showed it to you. The Secret Service shoots him. You know, you see the one guy shoot, then the Secret Service shoots. That's it. So there's nothing really to cover up at the crime scene. Nick, really? Wait a minute. Really? Oh, Jesus. Really, Zozo? God, you agree with that? See, that's like full-on conspiracy nutter stuff. Look at that. How convenient for the... Wait, that wasn't the one. It was right here. I fully believe there is a total conspiracy by the U.S. government, media, state attorney generals, judiciary. They are all working together to stop Trump. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to stop Trump, but that is just a crazy, ludicrous conspiracy theory to apply to this case right here, right? It just doesn't happen. But you're all welcome to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I'm just going to say what I want to say back. Why do you keep typing in the word dude, Paulette? I don't get it, man. You've never used that word in your life, and you just keep typing it in. There is a conspiracy. The media and the Democratic Party are all in the same. They work together to sell whatever narrative they want to sell. That's why they even laughed on television the other day when I forget what comedian it was, or late night show, and he said, "Yeah, CNN, you accurate information." They all just laughed and laughed and laughed, and so even they realize that the media is out there, and they do not want Donald Trump in office. I mean, I think even if you're a Democrat, right? Any Democrats in here? Yeah, Colbert, right? Any Democrats out here, you see it, right? No, I mean, pretend just for a moment. Take your political view off. You see the bias, right? How they all hated Kamala Harris, hated her guts, and as soon as she became the nominee, oh, she is so great. Look how awesome and positive she is. She is wonderful. You saw it, right? Yeah. I mean, if you look at it like this, the two people that are running on that side are, the stuff that they propose are really, socialist, really almost communistic, the crazy stuff that they suggest. And then you have the media as an arm of the party. Isn't that like classic right there? It's unreal. And people actually believe the stuff that they see. So anyway, see what I'm saying? Like right there, oh, that's too much gray. My party would never... Oh, bullshit. Go look at it. Man, the same proposals Trump made that Kamala Harris copied, when she said them, they were the greatest things in the world. Look at these great ideas. She's so smart. And when Trump did, oh, look at this crap. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Man, if you don't see that, you're willfully ignorant. I'm not sure what you're talking about, chickbait. We're capitalistic. I'm talking about the... It's not capitalistic to set prices on commodities, and you can't go higher than that because it's... Yeah, I'm not saying you can rule it out, but it's not... That whole thing that they listed up there, that's ridiculous. It's too much. I think there could be a conspiracy on a level of just making it dangerous for Trump. And we've frozen again, you guys. We're not at 50%. So if you guys could at least help support the channel to get us to over 50% of the normal number, that'd be great. Look at chickbait. Kamala Harris, her father is a Marxist teacher. Kamala Harris, if you go watch all the quotes she's made, she is. Okay, I don't care what you want to say. It's just true. She is absolutely ludicrous. Can't we all just get along? One of my favorite quotes of all time, by the way. Dean's List for Summer. Fall start. Can't we all just get along? That was Rodney King. By the way, let's see. By the way, Dean's List by Amy Higg. Check it out. Woohoo! Look at that, man. She'll probably be like a guest on here at some point. Anyway, thanks for your generosity as well as everybody else here. Now we're at 75% of the goal, you guys. I don't think so, chickbait. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah. Kamala Harris is anything but a capitalist. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't think any Democrats that are the politicians would even agree with what, if you're going to call her a capitalist. Yeah, let's see. Welfare is... yeah, hey, listen. Hey, chickbait, we're not. I don't want to even have these conversations with you in here, okay? I just want to... you sort of started this, bringing the political realm up in here, and I don't really want to do it. That's what my other channel's for. Why FBI release body so quick? Well, they deny that they did it. They say that they didn't do that. My report states the precise truth, which is that the coroner released Crooks' body to the family for cremation only after the FBI had specifically authorized the coroner to release Crooks. See, I believe this person here, but the FBI is probably, yeah. I mean, those things bug me. If you were going to say somebody, the angle of who might be involved in some sort of something would be the FBI, because you had Christopher Wray downplay. Remember, he tried to make it seem like, well, we just don't know if he was hit by shrapnel or something, trying to downplay the wound. And then the other guy said, no, that the other FBI guy, his subordinate, just below him, said, you know what? No, we don't have any question at all that a bullet hit his ear. We don't have any question. So why didn't he know that? Why didn't he know that information? And one of the things that's bugging me a lot is, and I know it bugs Zozo and everybody else, is why don't we have the freaking audio? See, to me, that's all CYA stuff. We don't have the audio on, for example, this video right here, the one we're looking at. I mean, this is like really important. Let me turn off that. No, it's the one above it. Yeah, why not have the video on? See, look, he walks all the way back, and he's got his phone, but we can't hear what he's saying. And then he walks right by the two Southern snipers right here. Those are the guys. Those are the ones that killed Crooks right here. These guys. See them? I mean, what was he saying to them? I mean, I can understand not having that on there. Can't you guys a little bit? Just kind of like, that might be something. But what about all the rest of it? Like, why can't we hear the Trump speech in the background? Anything that he's saying on his radio? Like, hey, here's what I bet. This is what I bet. I bet you, if you go back all the way to the beginning here, like right around in here, he's probably already heard, hey, there's somebody on the roof over here. Maybe in this area even. Hey, there's somebody on the roof, because right now, hold on.
Oh, there's it. Wow.
Okay, 54, 610, 54. If I remember correctly, at 55, that's when he drops off the roof. Let's see what he's doing. Hold on. Oh, I got it. I just put it there, but I have it covered up. So let's see. 610, 54. And then right there, let's go. Boom. Ah, look at that. He's just being lifted up. Goes up. And that's right. This one's off. Okay, so let's see. We got to subtract 12 seconds. That's right. He goes up. And then, oh, yeah, that's 10. Yeah, it's 6, 10, and 55 seconds on the one that's got good time right here. This one, however, says 6, 11, and 9 seconds. But if you go back 12 seconds, you're at like 57, right? So you're at 6, 10, and 57 seconds when that guy on the roof drops down. And when this guy dropped down, right? right now. He's probably like, hey, look at, okay, both of his arms are wiggling. Let's see. Okay, a left arm. Let's see. Left arm again. So he's not using his mic yet. He could, okay, left arm right there. So it doesn't, do you think it's his right? Yeah, look at his right arm is up. So he likely is using his mic right now. See his right arm? Look at that. It's up in the air. Right arm's up. It's not running anymore. So he's saying at, oh, and this is crazy, right? Because look at this. This is wild. I didn't even think about it like this. All right, let me look down over here. He's got his hand up right now. So this is actually 6:11 and 1 second, which is right now like 3 seconds before what you see up on the screen there. Actually, he should be at, he's only 12 seconds behind, so not really sure. Let me see if it's lined up again when that shot happens, when he gets the gun right here. Let's see. Yeah. 48. See, this one has it at 14 seconds off. Let me go back now. 58, 58. Yeah, they both, okay. I'm gonna turn this off again.
I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Isn't that weird? Like, you could actually see Crooks when he took that shot right there. That's him. Alright, and then right before that shot, though, we see that guy turn around. Let me see if that's working now. Okay. So, that other officer, if I turn this on and look at it like that, he's this guy right there. He's this guy in all black. So let's see, does he turn around right after the shot? Let me go back.
Of our country took over, and look what happened to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Huh, that makes it like 14 seconds off, though. Kind of weird. Although this is at 6:10. Man, I gotta go figure something out now. Yeah, that's not that local crowd, though. I'm playing you the audio from a different video that's all lined up, though. So I gotta go open up the, crap, where's 31? Sequence. Ah, man, it's not there. Don't know how to find it. Now there's 21. Okay, maybe 25. I remember the sequence number. I think it's 28, 31. There we go. So this is the one that has a ton of crap in it. I don't know if, on the screen here. Jeez, man, what the hell is that? Yeah, so that's the full window that we're looking at right there. So these are all the different clips on top of each other. So let's watch this one again. So this is him running over to lift himself up. So these guys are in a hurry here, and it's 6:10, 30 seconds.
Mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain that. Oh, there's a, wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right?
See, 6:10 and 51.
Right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from...
What time is it on his? 6:10, 56. 6:10, 56.
The government services comes right out of Border Patrol.
And look.
Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of
See, like on this camera right here, watch. This is Dave's.
illegal immigration.
That's that same officer in black right there. He's the one who runs around and then he turns around. So in a minute you might see him run in front of Dave's shot.
Ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look what happened.
See, 11, 32, 33 right there. So it's like 6, 11, and 32 and a half seconds. Okay, so it's after he pulls his hand back. So let's get the timing of that. Let me look at this. So the gunshot, okay, that makes sense. 11:48. Let me get the exact time, and then I'll get that fixed on the other one. Right there. So 6:11 and 48, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 frames short of 49. All right, there we go. No, Freya, there aren't 8 more shooters. I actually had to fix the title and the thumbnail hours ago for the dumb people out there. Let's see. Hours ago, Freya. I fixed it just for people like you. Alright, let me open this one up. Oh, I opened that one again. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. And even the title doesn't say that. It doesn't say that though, Freya. Did you go look at it? Freya, again, I changed it hours ago, Freya. Did you see it, Freya? I also put the title of the video at the very beginning. It said that, Freya. Didn't you read that, Freya? Man, you're so clever. You're so smart. Wow. Let's see. God, now I can't even find the one. I think it is this one. These people are just crazy, man. People are crazy. Gosh, Gray. I was just saying. How come there's no audio on this? How come there's... Oh. It's right here. Okay. I'm just trying to line this one video up.
And look what happened to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you...
It doesn't, Freya. It doesn't, Freya. It's already been changed hours ago, Freya. I know that you're really interesting, Freya. Yes, I did say that the 9th shooter, what I meant was the 9th shot fired. I think it's pretty obvious, Freya. Yeah, I changed it hours ago, Freya. See that? Here's the thumbnail right here. You see that? Identified 9th shot shooter. 9th shot shooter. Boom. I changed it hours ago. Okay. Sorry for your confusion. It doesn't, Freya. Get rid of Freya, man. I can't stand people like that. Or at least time them out. That'd be good.
Want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Nobody asked you, chick bait. Nobody asked you. About ready to put chick bait on timeout too. Well, it doesn't still say it. I changed it hours ago. Yeah. Or maybe the title doesn't, but yeah. Oh, it says it in the description portion. Well, I know, but I don't need you commenting to everybody, chickbait. Okay, just you're new, so pretend that you're new and you're just trying to figure things out instead of trying to pretend that you're just so hip, and like yeah. It's wild. Let's see. I'm just trying to get to the point where he's out by the car. So it's oh yeah, how do I time that up? Oh yeah, on his clock it was, that's right, 11, and it was 48. Five, 6, 7, 8, and then 12 short of that. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Got that. Yeah. Did you see the thumbnail, Freya? Nobody took anybody's membership away, Freya. You're not a member, or you didn't sign in correctly, Freya. We can't take memberships away from people. think chickbait's an agitator. All right, now we know when the shot happens right here.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened
Well, cool, Freya.
to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look what happened.
Jesus, I tried to pause the damn thing and it just kept going. Right there is where I need to line up that video to. There it is, right there. Boom. Alright. So now it should be where this video, after the shot, he doesn't grab the door. Let's see if that works. Let's see. That's too late. 56. Oh, was it 40? Oh, yeah, it was 40. I did that wrong. It was 46. It was 48 is what it was supposed to be. Hold on. Okay, 49. Now I'm confused. It was 11:49. That's right. There we go. There it is, and then 12 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right there, and then move this over. Okay. Yeah, so that means, let's see if he grabs it and then he pulls it away. Let's see.
That's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of
when he runs out
Border
there.
Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is...
See his hands up in the air. Don't you think he's radioing in already, right now? Okay, thanks, Freya. Thanks. I mean, what do you want me to do? You have to, like, here's what you should do, Freya. Sign out and then sign back in again. That's probably what happened. I mean, just log out and then sign back in. Oh yeah, maybe it's on my other channel, Freya. On the political one? Is that the one that you're a member on? I mean, come on, get your facts right. Yeah, and by the way, yes, my title said the thumbnail I fixed and the description, but for some reason the changed, as I always change it on the title first, then paste it into the description, but for some reason the title didn't get shifted over, but now it says 9th shot shooter. All right. All right. So I think this guy is right now on the left. Okay, his arm's running, he's running, but he looks like he's got his hand up in the air, so he's already saying something to somebody that he's got a gun, right? Because what else would he have his hand up in the air for? I think he is, let's see what the whole video looks like. See, the left hand's swinging, But his right arm is kind of doing something. But I think he's yelling. He's on his mic this whole time. So look at this is 6:11 and 7 seconds. So if we get rid of that and then we go back to this video, and that would mean at about right there-ish, he's already heard. No, that's not it. 6:11. It was 13 seconds, so it'd be 6:11 and like 1. You almost wonder if he's exiting the building because he's hearing something. You know, these guys are up on the roof.
Arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow?
But see,
right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the...
So that officer right now is on his radio saying, hey, there's a guy up on the roof with a gun.
Government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look.
And then it might take a while because maybe he's not on the exact channel or something.
Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest...
Sounds good, Freya. Sounds good.
...amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened.
Oregon looks a hell of a lot better than Pennsylvania.
Happened to our country.
But look, this guy's running with just a ton of time left. I mean, he starts running at, let's see, right here, basically. And, you know, you subtract 12 from that, and you're looking at, like, 6:11 and 19 seconds. The shooting doesn't happen for another, quite a while. Another, like, 14, 15 seconds.
And look what happened to our country.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old.
Don't you think it's weird that this guy's running because somebody has a gun on a roof? And he doesn't stop to tell a Secret Service agent right to the left, hey, you better get the president off the stage. You know, they would have taken him off immediately. Instead, he just runs over here.
And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look what happened.
And then, right, just now. And then this guy right here, he makes the shot after that. Boom. Yep, you got him. Yep, there you go. Nice. He was probably about to shoot too, but he saw his head get taken off. I know, it's weird that he didn't just... I mean, but it doesn't seem conspiratorial because he's running. He just doesn't do what you should do. I mean, shouldn't he tell the Secret Service people first? But it's not, I would think if he went and ran some other direction, that would be conspiratorial, but he's running towards the threat. And so for me, it's just a weird decision, stupid decision to make, You don't tell the Secret Service. But hey, guys, we're at 75% on here, so if you're able to help support the channel, get us to the goal tonight, that'd be great. Thank you. You guys are the sole source of the income on these live streams. They're never monetized. There's no ad revenue. There's nothing. Yeah. He took it on himself. He should have spoke to them. Yeah. Now you have 2 waters on the screen. Come on, Gray. Yeah, I know. I saw those 2 right there. I was thinking... they look pretty good. Can't you see the shadow up there? Oh, you mean the sun? Like right there? You see the shadow there, you guys? You see how this entire this whole stand is in the shadows? You see how on this side there's a shadow? And right up there there's one too, but man, that must be a person because I want it to be. Hey, why'd you delete that comment? That was funny. By Dynamic Dawson. Somebody deleted your comment on accident, Dynamic Dawson. It was funny though. It was funny. Yeah, it hasn't go on. Nothing's been edited in these videos other than they took the audio out. Okay, it's all good. Don't worry about it, man. I got it under control. Alright. Yep, got it all under control. There's a window right there, there's a window right there, and there's a window right behind that. Did you see how it disappeared though, Gray?
Move his spear! Hold! When you're ready! On you! Ready! Move! Move! Go!
Right there again, right there. Nothing's disappeared, man. They're all there. Alright, you guys. I think I'm going to take off. We've been on here for 2 hours and 17 minutes. One of those nights. One of those nights. But anyways, hope you guys found it interesting at least. You got to see how it worked. I mean, I think what might be sort of interesting is to, well, I can't show it to you, I guess, but here, let me just take this whole thing and move it. I'll show you one thing. But man, you guys, what's up with the anti-support Grays channel tonight? It's wild. Yeah, hey, Galami, they're all there, man. I've checked everything. They're all there. Nothing disappears, man. Sorry about that. So I know that this audio right here was absolutely set up at 6:10 on the dot. So if you go up here and you look at this and you go right back to 6:10 on the dot, and I'll show you what this was like when we originally set this up. So I'll go right to 6:10 just like that, right? So this is what it looked like before. Watch. And that's why I knew something was way off, and really helped me when I noticed what was being talked about on the screen. Watch.
There's somebody in this building.
Yeah, look, there he is.
Because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people.
Criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here. And it's much frustrating. We have to in recorded history, we're the best one. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they could do it. You guys
So you say, hey, if you could put up that chart, right?
have access to that chart, but I'm not.
Mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain that. Oh, there's a, wow.
See, he's like, oh, there it is, but look, it's still Trump on the screen, right?
You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's...
Yeah, see, right now they just switched it over. There's the chart. But it took that long, so then I realized, whoa, that's one of the first body camera that's off, right? Because you can see it right there. There's Trump, and then if you fast forward a little bit, it switches. It does a cross dissolve to the chart, see? And that's way different. You know, that's literally like, and it turns out it's about 12 seconds off. So I guess if we look at, I guess if we go there and then we hit it, do a Control Z and move it. Oh shit! Let's see. put it back to where it was. Oh, man. And then redo. Okay, move it to there, and let's go right to the very first frame. We can get the exact discrepancy here. If you go right to there, and then we... Okay, that little distance that you just saw that move there. So this is at... yeah, so it's at 6:10. And then if you move it all the way over to here, right when that starts, it's 6:10 and 12 seconds. So it's nothing's really changed during the show. It's still the 12 seconds difference. Thanks, Jim Wan. Got us right to the 75% mark. But anyways, hey, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys. Maybe I don't know if I'm going to do anything tonight. Tomorrow is the first day of the Democratic Convention, so I'll have to play on the other channel some of the speakers, etc. See how that goes. But man. Anyways, we'll see you guys later, alright? So thank you to Alley Cat for a new member, Kathy Friedenmaker, Jim Lawn, Doug M, Jim Lawn, Cindy J, Justin Oki, Jim Lawn, American Lady, Alley Cake, Hunix, new member, then the Hollywood Files, Michelle H, Hunix again, then Muddy Paws, Gloria Batari, Muddy Paws, Bilbo, Muddy Paws, Little Puppy Paws, Georgina Stoliker. Wow, we have Muddy Paws and Little Puppy Paws. Georgina Stoliker, Alley Cake, Linda Jane, 45, American Lady, Tun, Jean Petty, Imaginary Voyager. I guess I never did phone calls. I don't really like them that much, especially on these types of when it's conspiratorial oriented. Kami, then Amy Higg, Michelle H, then Amy Higg with a cat eye, pretty much saved the show, and Nate Campbell, new member, and Jim Lawn. Yeah. Are there live feeds of that? Maybe I'll go over, we'll check something out. Maybe I will do something on the other channel over there. So anyways, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys later. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, flag rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temple fucking check-ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody? Talk to you later.